Before we start this video, remember to hit that like button, turn on bell notification and subscribe so you never miss another upload. Hey guys, welcome back to another daily dose of Arsenal. Yes, I know I'm uploading at a different time, a bit more earlier in the day. If you guys enjoyed the later videos, or if you prefer me to maybe upload earlier, let me know in the comments and I'll definitely maybe change my style, or maybe if you like the later uploads, I'll definitely keep to it. But yeah, we're gonna start off. We got a lot of news today, mostly outgoings, a few ingoing updates, but mostly outgoings, and we're just gonna go straight into it. Our first news is an incoming update. Apparently, according to reports, Arsenal are interested in signing out of favour Chelsea's winger Callum Hudson-Odoi. Obviously, we know Hudson-Odoi, very young player, plays as a winger. I think he plays if I'm not mistaken, I think he can play both left wing and right wing. Obviously, the guy came into the scene like 3 seasons ago and was absolutely killing it. And I remember watching him play some games against for Chelsea, and I remember just seeing him, the energy this guy brought to the pitch, that willingness, that drive, always being his man. So now unfortunately he's just died out of his game, and it just looks like he hasn't worked out for him Chelsea ever since then. Obviously he's still young, still has a lot of time to obviously to revive, to really fulfill his potential. And with this guy, it's not about talent. The guy has so much talent. Honestly, you have to be blind not to see the talent Callum Hudson-Odoi has. But yeah, it's looking like a player that I think Callum Hudson-Odoi just needs a bit of game time. And do I think this is going to happen? I don't think this will happen. I think this is just a bit of rumours, probably some agent talk, just to make Chelsea start playing him. Obviously, Chelsea don't want to let go of a key player to, not a young British player to Arsenal. So it's not something that I can see happening. Would I take it? 100%. But it's not a signing that I see going to happen, especially with Chelsea and Arsenal's rivalry. I don't see it happening. But yeah, in terms of other news, this news came out of the blue. Aston Villa are reportedly interested in signing Rob Holding. Now, obviously, we know Rob Holding, a centre-back. He's been at Arsenal for a few years now. Played a lot of games last season, did the job when he came on the pitch. Unfortunately, yes, it didn't happen. It didn't work against Tottenham. That's the game we remember. It comes on, gets started, gives away a stupid red card, gets sent off. But yeah, with Rob Holding, obviously this is our fourth choice centre back, and I think this is a signing that I think is a player that this is for the first time. I'm not a Rob Holding fan, but I do believe he's good enough to be like a Europa League centre back. So this is a signing I don't want Arsenal to give away. I think one of the centre back of Aston Villa just got injured. I forgot whose name it was. I don't want to get it wrong. So Aston Villa do need a centre back. Arsenal currently have four centre backs: Saliba, Gabriel, White and Holding. Now, if we get rid of Rob Holding, that leaves us with only 3 experienced centre-backs. And I don't think Arsenal are willing to take that risk. I don't think Arsenal are dumb enough to go to the season with only 3 centre-backs. We saw what happened last season. And the last thing we need is to get rid of another centre-back only leave us with 3 centre-backs. I think keeping Rob Holding is a smart thing to do. Because even if one of our centre-backs gets injured, Rob Holding can come in and play for 2 to 3 games, decent standard. So I think the last thing Arsenal want to do is get rid of Rob Holding, especially at the stage we are at. Maybe, and plus if we got rid of him, that means we have to replace him with another centre-back. That means wasting more money, more time for another transfer, for another player. We need to spend money on the midfield and the attack. So the last thing we need is Rob Holding to leave to Aston Villa. Again, I don't see Arteta letting go of Rob Holding. I think Arteta's a big fan of Rob Holding. I think he appreciates what Rob Holding brings to the side. A steady performer, steady centre-back, comes in, can do the role for a few games. So I don't see Arsenal letting go of Rob Holding. And plus, it would be really stupid to do so, especially when we now have Europa League games on top of the Premier League, on top of the other cups. And yeah, so the next news, this is a big news. Apparently Nice are interested in taking Nicolas Pepe on loan. Obviously Nicolas Pepe, our record-breaking signing, and unfortunately just hasn't worked out for him, has it? And apparently it's reported that he is interested in joining League One. Obviously Pepe, it seems like he's out of favour at Arsenal. It's clear to see Mikel Arteta just simply does not rate Nicolas Pepe. I feel with Nicolas Pepe, his time at Arsenal was a bit hard done. I think the changing of managers simply didn't help as well. And also Mikel Arteta, I feel like Arteta was sometimes a bit harsh on Pepe. I feel like there was a few games where Pepe clearly wasn't the worst player, but I almost felt like he was treated as the worst player. I felt like at some games he came, really performed, and just unfortunately wasn't rewarded with like a star in the next game. But it's clear Mikel Arteta simply does not rate Nicolas Pepe, and I think we're now trying to get rid of him. It's going to be a hard game rid of Nicolas Pepe. The wages he's on, I'm not sure if I'm not sure, but I think it might be 140k a week. If I'm right, I'm not 100% sure. But obviously, Nicolas Pepe, it's going to be really hard to get rid of Pepe, especially with the wages he's on. So I think the best thing we can do is probably loaning him out. I think that's what is being reported with Nice, that he is trying to go on a loan. I'm not sure how much. I think he may have 2 years or 3 years left on his contract. So yeah. And then obviously I think they're trying to get him out on loan, just get the wages out of the books, and then obviously try to sign a new winger. Obviously we are reported with signing a new winger, so I think that's what Arsenal are trying to do. But we have to offload Nicolas Pepe before we can move into a new winger. And I think it just solidifies that Arsenal are clearly in the market of a winger if we are trying to get rid of Nicolas Pepe. It's clear that Arsenal are, but I think the hard part is trying to find a club that will take him. He's played brilliant in league, in the French league, so I hope if he does go there, he smashes it. But I do feel like he can do a bit better than going Nice. I feel like he could go like to a team like Marseille or someone. You know, we've seen what our players do when they go to Marseille, turn up differently. But yeah, and our final story just is regarding Bellerin, and it's been reported that Bellerin is still trying to join Real Betis. Obviously, joined Real Betis last season on loan, had a brilliant season. Pretty sure he won a trophy as well, and his desire is to join Real Betis. However, the wages are the stumbling blocks, and he's in talks with Arsenal to try terminate his contract so he can go as a free. I think this is a signing. I think this is a player we just have to get rid of at this point. You know, we have to admit we have to take a loss. Unfortunately, with Bellerin, he started off brilliantly his Arsenal career, but I mean recently I think after the injury, he just was never the same player. But I love Bellerin. I think I really did see him as a future Arsenal captain. And I'm really sad it's ending like this way. He was really like an Arsenal person. Like honestly, he was one of those players that you could tell he loved Arsenal, but just unfortunately just didn't work out. Injuries and a lot of other circumstances just unfortunately didn't work out. And I really do hope when he goes to Real Betis, hopefully this move does work. Go through, and if he does go to Real Betis, he smashes it, because that's the only thing I want for him. I really do like the guy. But yeah guys, that's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new.